To the course where I'm going to teach you how to start your own radio show, or as other people call it, podcast. A podcast is nothing more than expressing your ideas. It could be a radio show. You could think of it that way. That um, you tell people what you're thinking, or you have an idea or something you want to share, some content you'd like to put out there. That's what a podcast is. It's very in the now. A lot of people are doing it. It's very cool. So I'm going to show you how to actually start up your own podcast, or if you want to call it a radio show, call it a radio show. First things first, go to Anchor, ANCHOR.FM, and click on the login, or I'm sorry, click on the sign up button. Put in your full name, email, and password. Once that happens, you're going to receive an email saying authenticating or validating your Anchor account, and then log in. So let's do that. Let me log in and show you what it's like. After you log into your dashboard on Anchor, you're going to notice a couple of things. First things first, if they have any new promotions or new settings or features they want to let you know about, it's going to be placed here. The second thing you notice is you can share your podcast via Facebook, Twitter, or you can copy the URL and give it to anyone else. The other thing you're going to notice as you scroll down is how many times your podcast has been played, total play, and then, of course, the plays per episode. You scroll down a little bit more, you can notice the overall podcast plays per month, per day, per week. As you see, you can trend. And then on the right-hand side here, you see your podcasts and the number you have and how many people have actually viewed that certain podcast. As you scroll on the page, you'll notice the episode downloads on the left-hand side here, followed by your podcast details on the right. That has pertinent information about you, your logo, the information about your podcast, some URLs and some links, and also what you want to type in there. On the left-hand side, you're going to notice all of the platforms that your podcast is on: Spotify, iOS, Android, Overcast, Anchor, Podcast, Pocket Casts, Bean Pod, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and others. So I want to show you one of the podcasts and what it looks like. So I'm going to click on episode 18. And here is the information that you've put up. So basically, this is, you can click edit details, and this is information that you want to share with your listeners, such as the episode name, the title, the episode description, and any kind of pertinent information, content you want to put down here. So, for instance, you want to put down your URLs to your podcast, and then you're going to publish it anywhere. And the other thing is your settings. So, full episode, what type of information is it clean? Is it cursing, vulgar language? Then you would click explicit. If not, you would click clean. You can also label it episode number and a season number as you like. So you can give it a season number, 1, 2, and then a episode number. You may ask me, well, how do you get on let's scroll down a little bit. You may ask me, well, how do I get on these other platforms? Do I have to pay? What do I have to do about that? Well, the good thing is you don't have to do anything. By default, Anchor will put all of your podcasts on all these platforms except for iTunes, except for TuneIn Radio. TuneIn Radio is not listed, but it will put the podcast on all of these platforms by default. That's the beauty of Anchor. Other platforms you have to pay for. Anchor is completely free. So enough of that. Let's actually start an episode. So let's click on Add Episode. And meet the Anchor episode builder. We're just going to go, got it, I'm good. So you can either upload a pre-recorded audio, you can record a current message or current podcast, you can add messages, meaning another listener sent you a message, you can add it there, or you can browse your audio library and upload that. Let's click on record. Let's click a new recording. Let's record a new segment. Click our USB, right? Interview and job search strategies at work. Episode 28. In this episode, I'm actually recording a video tutorial on how to actually start your own Anchor podcast, or as some would say, your own radio show. Anchor is a very good tool for that. It's very good quality product. They put out good content, good ability for you to put out your information. They make it very easy. You can either do it from the app, you can do it on your computer or tablet, Mac, Windows device. And the benefit of Anchor is, among other things, that it is completely free. So thank you very much for listening to this quick introduction of Anchor. So that's it. So once you've recorded the episode, you can then click on the plus button, and now it's located in your repository to be saved. So we're going to call this, say, August 28th. Let's actually call this episode 28, and we'll call it Introduction to Anchor. So we're going to call it episode 28, Introduction to Anchor. Just tell Grandma and Grandpa you're on the radio. So we are going to copy this information actually here. Just copy it, and we're going to save it. So then we look at the episode name. We're going to put the information in, and we're going to give our episode description actually here. Put your pertinent information in, such as your Facebook group, your Slack channel, your YouTube, whatever you want. And then external podcast settings. This is a clean one, of course. We're going to do publish episode. This is what it looks like when you publish the episode. Now it's for everyone to view and listen to. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to help.tunein.com. TUNEIN.com. Once there, we're going to click on broadcasters. We're going to click on podcasters. From here, you will see how do you add my podcast to TuneIn. So just click on that. Once here, you're going to be directed to a site. To add your podcast, please submit your podcast details here. And you click that link. Once there, you're going to be asked to provide your email address, your podcast title, your host name, meaning who you are or who's hosting it, the XML RSS feed. Let me show you how to get that. So you're back in Anchor. You click on View Profile. Scroll down. Actually click on Settings. Then scroll down here. And you're going to be clicking on Advanced. And here's the RSS feed that you want to actually put in there. Meaning right here. That's what you put in. Then you can choose your file that you want to have, meaning the logo or the file, what country it's in, what language you're in, any websites you want to put on. It can be a blogger website. It can be anything, a WordPress website. Doesn't really matter. Your genres, jobs, careers, technology, an email address that you want to provide to the station, a phone number, a Twitter, and any comments. And then finally, you accept the terms and conditions, or they agree the terms and conditions, and you send the email. Once you receive the email, it's going to look something like this. Thank you for contacting us. Your program has been added to the TuneIn directory. Should be live within 24 hours. If you want to update TuneIn's contents by visiting our podcast update, meaning you can click on this to update it. If you update the name, if you update a image, if you wanted to promote it, if you wanted to put your podcast on a landing page, a website, this is where you click here, the landing. After some time, your information is now on TuneIn Radio or tunein.com. Thanks everyone for viewing this video.